A world where 81% of all power comes from fossil fuels and more than 770 million people still lack access to this basic amenity, 192 countries have signed the Paris Agreement, are still striving to become carbon neutral. Iceland being one of those countries, and they're hitting the targets, being on top of the list. When considering Iceland now gets almost 100% of its energy from renewable sources, mainly hydroelectric and geothermal power. Iceland is known as the land of fire and ice because of its volcanoes and glaciers. Iceland can thank its northerly location and its incredible geological setting for the substantial access to renewable and sustainable energy. Its geographical location between the North American and the Eurasian tectonic plates places Iceland in a very active volcanic zone, which is responsible for its geothermal systems. Glaciers cover almost 11% of the country. Glaciers melting feeds the river, which runs downstream from the mountains to its dams and hydropower sources. The Earth is broken up into about 12 tectonic plates. The tectonic shift is caused by the heat from the radioactive process within the Earth's interior. Iceland is located between the North American and the Eurasian plate. Where those plates separate, some of the heat from the mantle can get closer to the surface. It is its unique geology that proves to be responsible for the geothermal activities. The ground in Iceland is wide and limitless source of geothermal energy, so the question begs, could we use that energy to drive electromagnetic generators and generate electricity? Hellishheidi geothermal power plant is the third largest geothermal power station in the world, and Iceland's largest power plant, capable of generating 303 megawatts of electricity. Boreholes are drilled up to 4 kilometers deep. Water is being pumped down into the ground, heated, converted into steam, and the pressured steam passes back through a pipe which turns a turbine, which turns the generator, a similar concept to a turbo. Almost 25% of the power in Iceland comes from geothermal and the rest is from hydropower. Most of this is sustainable and renewable. Furthermore, around 85% of homes in Iceland are heated using geothermal energy. This technology can be used anywhere where we have a lot of magma in groundwater. Iceland, once a poor island nation to an advanced developed society, and this was all possible because of Iceland's harness of renewable energy, which they have done for more than a century now. Practice makes perfect, as they say. Its experience and consistency of transmission of electricity, which has helped Iceland become the hub for energy-dependent industries, such as aluminium, silicon, data centers, and now crypto mining farms. Primary source of hydropower in Iceland is meltwater rivers, flowing from massive glaciers. A dam holds water in a reservoir behind it. When the water is released through the sluice gate, it spins a turbine connected to the generator that produces electricity. Sustainable energy harvested in a responsible way aid with climate change, and Iceland's hydropower has very small carbon footprint. Iceland is a thinly populated island where electricity needs to travel far sometimes under extreme weather conditions. This means quality of transmission is a key factor, but the infrastructure has been adapted for this. The electrical grid has very few disruptions. The electric supply quality is consistently rated in the top 5 in the world. When we take into account highly resilient infrastructure from building advanced power stations, we can see why Icelandic expertise is sought after in the hydro and geothermal sectors around the world. Experience gained from small and large-scale hydro and geothermal plants has created a strong value proposition of Icelandic engineers around the world, especially in refurbishing and improving old power plants. They have successfully applied the knowledge to develop projects around the world. Iceland has virtually 100% renewable electricity from its abundant hydropower and geothermal resources, and the only exemption is reliance on fossil fuels for transportation. Do you think Europe and other countries in the world will adapt their energy needs considering the oil crisis and the Russian invasion of Ukraine? Will this speed up the use of more sustainable and renewable energy solutions? Let me know in the comments down below.